Hey, Buns. Well, I think it is inevitable that when you have people being social together, like happens in an MMO, you're gonna have people who clash and like don't get along, and on the other side of things, you'll have people who get along very well
I
indeed.
love her face when
Final
she
Fantasy
says
14,
that.
as far as I'm aware, is not a dating service. Probably shouldn't play it as one, but at the same time, I am filled with curiosity of situations where people may have actually found their real life partner.
Oh, I wonder if she's gonna go through these like Twitter replies and Discord stuff that she usually goes through when she does these analytics. They're so fun.
Through the game. So I asked on Twitter, have you ever found love in Final Fantasy XIV? A crush or a romantic relationship with someone you met in game? And if so, do you regret it or are y'all married now? I expect that it will probably run the gamut between like the good, the bad.
No, this is a
I listed in
question where you
2015
get
one morning while
so
farming
many answers.
Alexandrites before work. 5 years later, married and having two kids. Still
Oh,
playing Final Fantasy 14. You
that's
can tell your kids that
adorable.
they were unspoiled nodes. Found my love doing some ocean fishing. Thanks to COVID, we had enough time to level Fisher and to get in a conversation every 2 hours. The
Oh,
only thing I regret is that I waited too long to chat.
oh, that's so
Hey, I guess
adorable.
you reeled in a catch.
It's actually funny. I've never
How big
fished
was
in
his
FF.
rod? I'm sorry.
Does this is this something that normally happens with fishing? Do you know anyone? I've never fished. Maybe it's a good thing, maybe it's a bad thing.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. My ex did. Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Ouch. Ooh. So this is the person whose ex partner found a partner in FF. Ouch.
I didn't meet my wife in 14, but I did get her into playing it. 3 years
Ah.
later, with our desks opposite each other, I got down on one knee and gave her both the eternal bonding ring in game and in real life.
Oh,
Very much still together. That's so cute.
that is so
I just
adorable.
love, baby, don't hurt
Oh, she
me,
can
don't
actually
hurt
sing.
me no more. Met in real life, traveled through 3 countries to meet this person and help them with all sorts of things. Bought them stuff in and out of the game, and after 6 months, no words anymore. They left me without a word, taking away my life in Final Fantasy XIV as they kept the mansion I bought and lots of Gillen items. I've been weak and bought them things they wanted without thinking much because I love to please people and stuff. To my mind, if a friend
Oh
needed a
my
thing and I could
god.
provide it, then I
That's
do
the
what I can to help
worst.
them. Not anymore. So, yeah, I share that story because I would appreciate it a lot if someone with a community as big as yours could send a message to players to not fall in traps like that in the game. Yeah, don't let your kindness be taken
Oh
advantage
my
of
god.
too many times and I regret it all. Whoa. I'm too stoic and neutral to find love. I'm sorry. If you mean the
These
love
are
of
too good.
crafting, then I rekindled a love of hitting rocks with a pickaxe. Well, that's perfectly fine.
I
I mean,
can endorse
whoever
that.
gets the rocks off. Me and my girlfriend met through a mutual friend on 14. It was my first time meeting someone romantically in a game. She helped me through a ton of tough times. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Yes, if this does end up in the video, I love you, Corey. Ah! We got a god.
Like, advice like this just creates a surge of those people who just like go around and try to chat everyone up, and they're just like, I saw that people can find love here. I am determined. I'm gonna do it.
Had more heartbreak. Met and enjoyed the company of another player for years. We got the in-game marriage for the items and some fun. I admitted to them a few months to a year later that I was growing a crush on them and got the friend zone instead.
Ouch.
Still stings a bit. I know a lot of people do get the
Oh.
in-game marriage just for the items, like to get them out and stuff. But
How?
even if you both agree, oh, we're just doing this to get the
I,
items, there's still kind of this sense like
14 better than Tinder, yeah, for sure.
it's hard to shake that feeling. It's
But
an
these
in-game
stories,
wedding.
man.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I didn't meet my ex in 14, but that was how we bonded and really got to know each other. It was something we did a lot together. Somehow, divorcing him in game was more satisfying than the actual breakup itself.
Wait, can you divorce in game? Or is eternal bonding like when you do it, is it actually freaking eternal? Is it, like I don't even know how that works, but is there like an undo or something?
You can divorce people in game.
Exactly.
You take the ring and drop it into the fires of Ifrit's butthole. Not on 14, but one night in 2014, I went to a bar with a friend and she introduced me to him. And while we were talking, we both realized we play 14. We later dated and got married and rated 2 and 3.0 content together, but it didn't work out.
Aww.
Still friends though.
How could you not
Wow,
be?
Pepsi Man really was ruthless. It's not just a static killer. I brought my ex-girlfriend into the game and I regret it since she was emotionally...
The items of Eternal Bond, there's a mount, and there's I think there's an emote, and I don't know if there's an achievement, but there are a few things. I think there's like 2 or 3 options that you can get, and like I guess the most expensive one has like all of it included, and then the other ones, pretty much all of them allow you to get married, and I think with all of them you get the mount. I'm actually not sure, maybe with the middle one you get the mount. Don't ask me, I don't know too much about it.
Abusive. Haven't found love yet, but I can wait. Well, I'm happy to hear that she is an ex, and yeah, it's better to be alone than to be with somebody who is like that. Back in 2.0, raiding with a group and started spending time with my co-healer. We played together through Realm Reborn and then met at the first Fan Fest in 2014. We got along real well, kept in touch, started visiting each other. We are now married and have been for 5 years.
These stories are so encouraging for everyone who's like on this road. It's like you feel like you're not the only one, right?
We're co-healers. Are you telling me you had the hots for each other? Well, I'm not sure if it counts, but I did not expect to fall in love with a hot, monologuing Garlean man and a huge helmet when I got into this game. That's for certain. No regret. Are you talking about such affection? Was not my intention. Jokes aside, I'm single and happy to stay that way.
I don't know. I like to be optimistic about these things. Yeah, there are a ton of freaks, and sometimes things can end poorly, but these replies are actually pretty good, aren't they?
Wouldn't let Gaius hear that. In my dreams, maybe. I can't help but laugh because of your avatar. My now husband and I met through Final Fantasy XIV through a mutual friend. I joined the server and he and I hit it off instantly. I'm American, he's Australian. We've now been married for 3 years and I live in Australia with him.
That's insane.
That's amazing. That he could play Final Fantasy XIV on an Australian connection. Seriously though, that's wonderful. In Limsa, a Viera struck my heart. I offered her some Realm Reborn Red and some Gil. She responded with 69 gil and the crafting material, rubber. Well, you wouldn't need a rubber with 69 gil. I've been trying to farm the striking set from Void Ark for quite a while. I didn't want to subject anyone to the torment of that raid, so I never asked for anyone to come with me until the day I couldn't take it anymore. I sent out a message in the FC chat and only one person responded. Lo and behold, the final piece I needed dropped at that very run. And I told her that I should have asked her to come sooner if she was going to get my pants to drop that fast. I didn't realize how that sounded till I hit enter. We've been together for 4.5 years now, and I plan to propose.
So good.
Because the world isn't quite so crazy anymore. Me and my boyfriend met because one of our friends paid me 250,000 gil to follow him around in game because he feels intimidated when tall men stand behind him. That was over a year ago, and February marks our 1-year anniversary. It seems like he wasn't too terribly intimidated. Yes, big regret though. I've learned that it's really hard to get to know someone well enough to get that involved. It can work out, but exercise extreme caution, folks. Yeah, I think that's a word to the wise in this thread that may get people very excited about possibly meeting someone. For a time, a few years ago, but ultimately my unhappiness and inability to keep relationships intact seeped into online life.
Oh my God,
I started
so
playing MMOs to distract from real life, but it began mirroring real life pretty quickly. It just goes to show escape isn't always the best.
This is why I gave up on Sims. Like a few times, like when I was younger, I would try to play Sims, and then I create a perfect family, and they're all, you know, happy and whatever. And back then, like I wasn't obviously a parent or anything, and I thought that you know, kids were kind of a drag. And every time, like, okay, like I would have this couple, and they would get a job or whatever, but then like they get a baby. And they never see each other anymore. This guy works night shift, she works during the day, they take care of the kid, and then the kid grows up, and they never see each other, and no matter how much you try to just kind of, you know, reconnect them, but you can't, and it just sucks. Never play Sims.
Yeah, like, if your relationships in real life are not working out because you still need to work on yourself, don't expect a relationship within the game to be too much different. The medium is
Yeah.
different, but you're still the same person. I didn't know where exactly to start looking, but I knew I didn't want to look in Limsa. Oh, like, I feel like I just heard everyone in Limsa let out a collective.
I
Just a few
felt a
months
bit of a
back, I
stab.
began the game, and I was focused on raiding, so I knew I wanted a raider waifu. I looked in Kugane every day, searching for happiness. Searching in Kugane and stuff. One day, I seen a beautiful bunny lady who was new to 14 like myself and looking to raid. Got married not too long after, and the rest is history. A small piece of advice, always marry your healers. It's like bringing a babysitter into raids, but you're their favorite.
Yeah, that's such a good
Fantasy
advice.
14 isn't sword art online. Just find love
That's
in
the
real
best.
life, you weeps. I met my fiance after swapping servers and joining a very small FC. I joined the raid group. She and I started talking randomly, which led to Discord chats, which led to her visiting me in Ohio from California. Then I visited her and her family. Now we have a house together in Nevada and have a wonderful life. So many great things from Final Fantasy XIV.
Aww.
I love seeing love flourish in 14. It's beautiful to see others happy in a game I love dearly. Yeah. However, I've seen way too much of the negative post-breakup drama that happens when things don't work out. People who were thought of as friends take sides and outright harass the ex. It's ugly. I needed help with Eden.
Yeah, I guess with guilds,
Savage,
it
and
gets
asked one of my
pretty
friends
bad.
if he knew a tank
FCs.
that would be able to help. He brought in my current girlfriend as a tank, and we didn't click immediately. I was a new raider and jumped into the edge more than once as a dragoon, so it was fairly frustrating for her. After a while, I improved a lot, and we started talking about a bunch of things outside of raiding, and eventually decided to start dating each other. I love that she waited for you to get better.
Yeah, it's like, this is what I wanted to say. Like, sometimes is the entry to the relationship you actually just kind of, you know, getting decent at your job so that the person would pay attention to you. Man, I hope not.
As a dragoon before. Who would decide to start dating. There's some motivation for some of you dragoons to improve. I met my now ex-wife in game during Heaven's Ward. I was spamming dungeons to level Dark Knight, and she was a DPS on the same server. We moved in together after a year and a half of dating. Then I screwed up and asked her to marry me. We got married last year and bought a house and got 2 dogs. Well, now she ran off with someone else she met in game, and I'm stuck with the boys in a house I can't afford.
Oh,
So in short,
shit.
2 out of 5 wouldn't recommend.
We got married last year and bought a house and 2 dogs since she ran off with someone else she met in game. And stuck with the boys in a house again. Imagine the spite this person feels every time they log into the game. Oh my god.
I find you gave it 2 points. Out of 5?
Yeah. It's like 2 for 2
goes out to
kids.
you, really. Oh no. This is the response I got. Sorry. I want to share a story that I'm pretty familiar with because it involves 2 people that are in.
And you have to take into consideration that the game is not even that old. The game is like, what, 8 or 9 years old or something? Like, they've really, you know, hurried along that line.
My static, Zem, our tank, and Morgana, our scholar. Zem wrote here on the tweet saying, I've been playing 14 for 7 years, and it has given me everything. Happiness, friendship, and even love. I met Morgana 4 years ago during Heaven's Ward, and we spent a lot of time together. Decided to try meeting in person. We clicked and been together ever since.
Aww.
I proposed to her during Paris Fan Fest in front of most of our Final Fantasy XIV friends. We are currently planning our real-life wedding. The engagement ring is pink morganite, both similar to her in-game name, and
That's
it's
crazy.
her favorite color. And I can show you actually a picture of the engagement ring. I got a DM from someone who told me that they have a crush on everybody on Crystal Data Center. Apparently y'all are really sexy over there. Still waiting for Graha to DM me. Well,
I get that.
he probably is trying. He just keeps accidentally DMing other people. It'll take him a few tries. Have you ever had a crush?
That is one of the best drama puns I've heard in my life.
On someone in game or found love in Final Fantasy XIV? How did that go for you? Would you recommend that, or would you say never again? Never, never, never. I feel like some people will share this video with someone they're crushing on. And they'd be like, hey.
Yeah, we can do
See
this.
what happens. So what can happen? I hope it goes well for you if you're in that situation. But
That was
if
a
it
good
goes
video.
badly, I am
It's
not
not my
responsible
fault,
for
but
that.
yeah.
Please don't come run into me like, well, Zepla said I could find the Prince Charming. If I was working, you never know what can happen. Please be safe. Be careful. Use your own judgment. Be really sure you know the person before you decide to go and meet them in real
This
life.
is
like,
probably one of
do
her
a
best videos that I've
significant amount
seen.
of
It's
video
so
chatting
funny.
and make sure you feel like you're very comfortable and not feeling unsafe or don't have any red flags. You know, maybe reach out to your friends, people who care about you, and let them know about this person and get their opinions on the person
And
as well.
I can see
Friends,
people
thanks for
posting these like pictures as a follow up, like what friends.
watching. If you like this video, please consider supporting the channel on Patreon or on Twitch. You can also support the channel for free by clicking the subscribe button or by sharing this video with your fellow Warriors of Darkness. Or your
Well,
crush,
you
if
shared.
you want. Thanks again so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.
That was a good video, wasn't it? I love that.